Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 with Newcastle United. Today is the day where we could qualify for the Champions League, and one thing that I've just found out is finishing in the top 4 guarantees us a spot in the group stages. We don't have to go through any horrible qualifications or anything like that. We're just straight in the group stages, which is going to be ridiculous. Obviously, in between episodes, very little has happened. If you missed the last episode, you would have missed a 3-1 victory against Aston Villa. Monasterio, Di Matteo and Fite up with a penalty in this one. It means up against Watford today, a team who are currently down in 16th place. 3 points will not necessarily be enough to guarantee us Champions League football unless Southampton can't beat Bournemouth. If Southampton fail to win against Bournemouth, we are guaranteed Champions League football. And to top it all off, Watford are in woeful form. Patrick Vieira is their manager. Is he any good? Yes, he's actually not terrible, is he, as a manager? Been there since 2025, so been there for over a year now by the looks of it. Obviously, the Southampton-Bournemouth game is later on in the day, so as long as we get our victory out of the way early, then it's down to Southampton to actually try and get the victory against Bournemouth. Manchester City as well, obviously just below us, are playing Fulham. I'm kind of ignoring Man City. I'm assuming they're going to beat us. They're going to finish ahead of us. We're probably going to finish 4th. The starting lineup then for the Watford game, I think, is exactly the same as the starting lineup for the Aston Villa game. In goal will be Adonam, Jakobsen, Dyer and Harry Maguire will be the back three with Santos and Marlon Charles in the middle. Guendouzi and Cook will be the central midfielders with Almada, Franco Di Matteo and Nicky Monasterio as the strikers. On the bench, we do once again have Fite Arp. Joe Willock, who came on in the last match as well, is also on the bench. So is Big Dids, Marcos Senesi, Greg Huddle, Helinho is also there, and so is Wang, just to round it all off. I'm not going to lie, when I took over Newcastle 5 or so years ago, I was not expecting to be qualifying for the Champions League. I was expecting to maybe get promoted to the Premier League after 2 seasons and then languish in mid-table, not really making too much progress, and then giving up on the save. But we have been consistently improving with Newcastle, which is something that we couldn't do as Everton. I guess we should probably keep an eye on what's happening at Manchester City. We have got an early highlight. Nicky Monasterio. Oh my word. 2 minutes, 50 seconds on the clock. Nicky Monasterio, his 24th goal in all competitions. His 20th, I believe, or maybe 19th in the Premier League now as well. We are 1-0 up. We have 1 foot in the door. What a finish that is from the Argentine. We've got 1 foot in the door of the Champions League group stages already. Corner for Watford. Irwin's at the front post. His header is over the bar. Now, one thing I have changed, which I kind of changed it halfway through the Villa match, is I've told my 2 strikers to take more risks, which I'm hoping is what makes us score a bit more goals. Watford once again with another highlight. Irwin with the ball gets. Oh my word! That's clearly outside the area. There is no way that's a penalty. It's not a penalty. Good. It's going to be a free kick, and we're not even going to see it. Well, 25 minutes in, started off quickly with the Monasterio goal, but that's kind of been about it. And actually, looking at it, it's been a lot of Watford. There's a free kick. Guendouzi heads down though. Thiago Almada runs across to that right-hand side. Plays it towards the back though, towards Jakobsen. Guendouzi gets it again. Johnny Santos on the ground. Di Matteo into the area. He goes for goal and he side foots it past Dolberg. It's 2-0, 31 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. We are going to the Champions League. We are going to the Champions League. Even if Southampton win at this rate, it's going to be very difficult for them to actually beat us on goal difference. Our goal difference now is 10 clear of Southampton. 10. So, even if they win their next 2 games, that will put them on to 71 points. And if we lose, we'll still have that 10 goal buffer. It's almost a chance for Watford. Lewis Cook gets the ball clear. It's controlled by Almada. Monasterio with the ball on that left-hand side. He's going to run into the space. He needs a little bit of support from the black and whites. He doesn't actually. He goes it alone. Hits the outside of the post. It's still 2-0. It's going to be 2-0 at half-time. We are looking good. I don't want to call it too early, but I'm pretty sure we're going to the Champions League next year. I'm pretty certain we're doing it. It's happening. No changes at half-time. Almada and Cook not looking so good. Neither is Harry Maguire or Zelaya, actually, but we're probably going to stick with this for now. Free kick for Watford. Alvaro to Irwin in towards the goal. It is just over the bar, though. Watford are getting close. They're just not getting close enough. Right, just before the hour mark, the complacent Almada is going to be coming off. Greg Huddle is going to be coming on. I've just realised as well, the 2 strikers have both scored again. Final 20 minutes, we're going to give them a demand more. We've had so many shots on target. I don't know who's having all the shots, though. Right, final 10 minutes. Lewis Cook is coming off for Joe Willock. We are also going to do Santos off for... What do we do? Who do we... Senesi. Now, Marcos Senesi, looking at him, I reckon he could be a wing-back. Right, he's left-footed, playing on the right. He'll be fine. Probably. No cameo for Fite Arp then in this match, and this is where we get a penalty, and someone else steps up and misses it. Or nothing happens whatsoever in the second half. Fair enough. It's a 2-0 victory. It's comfortable. It could have been better. It could have been a better performance. We had a lot of shots on target. Who had all of those shots? Where were they coming from? If it was Marlon Charles again, I'm not going to be happy. Okay, it wasn't. Di Matteo had 4. Monasterio had 4, but only got 2 of them on target. A couple of shots from Santos, a couple of shots from Maguire as well. I'm now interested to know whereabouts on the pitch these shots came from. I don't even know whether we can find out. See, the analysis for shots is just useless. This is completely useless. I don't care about any of this. I don't care where they were, because, yeah, that could have been a great goal, or it could have been saved. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I want to know how far away from the goal they were when they actually took the shot. Aha, it's this one. It's this one here, isn't it? So, they're all in the penalty area. All of them seem to be in the penalty area. That was one of the highlights by the looks of it, was that Monasterio effort. I mean, the green ones are goals, fair enough. And then just lots in the middle, just straight at the goal. Straight in the middle of the goal. Maybe we need to place our shots. Although 2 of them there are Johnny Santos. Maybe we just need to not have left back and right backs having all the shots. Right, let's give them a calm team talk. Well done, good job. We've got one more game to play, and it's Leicester. But before that, we're going to have to go forward and see what happens between Bournemouth and Southampton. Nicky Monasterio is going to get himself a goal bonus. Fair enough. So, Manchester City beat Fulham, but we are still in the driver's seat for that third position. I don't know how we're going to finish ahead of Man City, but all we need to do is beat 14th place Leicester, and we've done it. Right, we're going to have to go forward then to see what happens between Southampton and Bournemouth. I was going to click view and then realised that there is no logical way that that would make sense. We were literally in Newcastle until about 5 o'clock. How can we get to kick-off in Southampton? No way can you do that in half an hour. Right, Southampton won. Okay, so we have not technically guaranteed ourselves Champions League qualification, but all we need to do is not lose against Leicester. That is all we need to do. I want to finish third, because third place, if I'm not mistaken, gives us huge money. Third place gives us £39.78 million. Fourth place actually gives us basically the same, doesn't it? Okay, the money difference isn't great. It's not much. That is going to do it then for this episode. We've got one more episode to go of this season, and it is the big one up against Leicester. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. I'll be back next time with the final game of the season, and hopefully, and by hopefully, we're going to secure Champions League football for next year. It's going to happen. You've got to believe.